Here, let me get this ramshackle thing.
I was about to say, I could scoot closer to you.
Fuck it.
Okay, then. There, I scoot closer to you.
Get my cigar out of the way so it's not burning. Alright, so we've watched episodes 2 through 4. I think we have 4 episodes left.
Oh, goodness.
So what? Yeah, 2, 3, and 4. Because it ended with a real long shot gunfight where he gets that. Well, not really a gunfight. That long shot where he goes undercover.
Oh yeah, the gunfight. I was like, wait, what gunfight?
In Beaumont.
Yes.
In Beaumont, Texas.
Oh yeah.
And that's where it ended. Because we're trying to find the whole.
Oh my god, he's so hot.
Scarlett discovers Matthew McConaughey.
Oh,
apparently.
yes. His cheekbones and his face, like him as a drug addict, cover detective drug addict. I don't know why. Like, I don't think that's being a drug addict is hot or anything. I just like the way he plays this character is so hot.
Hear that, people? Do a little crack, and Scarlett will love you.
No. No, but the way he like plays like this edgy character who's like haunted, obviously, by the loss of his daughter and his wife, and his wife didn't die; she divorced him, or whatever. And it's a really sad backstory.
I have no idea.
Well, we don't know, but it's a really bad backstory. But this guy is like tortured, and he's like obsessed with like the human psyche or whatever. And he's obsessed with like killers and stuff. And he's like...
a lot of that could just be fronting.
Yeah.
I think he's just might be grasping at straws just to make sense of things.
Yeah.
He's obviously very smart. He knows how to catch people and all that, but the whole...
Also, I think he's just very edgy and stuff just to put out like a...
The rambling bullshit, I think, is him fronting.
Yeah. I think it's like him...
Because he's scared. He doesn't want to feel.
Yeah. I think it's him just being edgy to like... It's a projection. Or it's like a defense mechanism. Those like...
He lost his kids, so of course, it makes sense for him to be in a place now where he's like, nothing matters. I don't have the pension for suicide. It's the only reason I don't kill myself. We all should be dead and blah and all that. There's no reason for humans to exist and all this crap.
Very edgy.
His daughter got killed in a car. Well,
Call
it a car accident, but it was really someone ran her ass over. And when she was on a trike. And,
well, they said it was painless, so that's good. I mean, that it's painless. Not that she died, but it's like, okay, well, at least it was painless.
Well, we found out a lot of his shit was redacted. He was, like, super crazy undercover.
Oh, yeah.
Because apparently he lost his mind.
And stuff, yeah.
And they gave him a choice. And he was like, I'm going to still be a cop. Put me undercover, and they put him undercover for like 4 years.
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't go with the pension thing, because they were going to give him the pension.
Because...
Does it run out or something?
No, it's because people... Well, obviously he has a self-destructive personality.
Oh, yeah.
But...
Is it one of those things where he, like, will get bored if he stays at home or whatever?
Death wish.
I was like...
Puts himself in these situations, but
he's... a hobby.
That's his hobby. I think that's his hobby. That is his gunshot.
Bro, he could, like, literally just write a book.
No, but that's his hobby. And it does make him feel good. Because even all his other bullshit, he's going after a killer for a reason. It's either because of the sport or because he can stop people from getting hurt.
Yeah.
Probably a bit of both.
Okay, the interesting thing
He's obviously
about
got some kind of god complex.
Yeah. The church thing, that was really creepy, and I like that.
And they found the mural in that abandoned church in Louisiana?
Not that, but the church itself. You said it was a revival church or whatever?
No. So, the flyer they got was a tent revival. It was about a tent revival. Mm-hmm. Tent revivals where they do pop-ups. They put tents, people gather, and blah, blah, blah. You saw it in the show.
Yeah.
I know you were raised Catholic, so you probably don't know what the fuck that is. But
yeah, I was like,
I'm
what the fuck
very familiar with the tent revival. And, but no, that other church was just a church that burned down. Apparently, church that was in the middle of fucking nowhere. Nothing else around.
Well, I mean, they had the tent out in the middle of nowhere, too.
But yes, but you
weird.
don't build... No, that tent revivals go where they go, and they get put up wherever they can. Any land someone will spare, blah 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 blah. They're pop-ups. They sit there for a few weeks, and then, but like now that was a solid building that had been there for a while. Probably looked Victorian, so that church has been there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just surprised even after it burned down that the hurricanes and shit didn't knock the rest of it down.
The Louisiana.
It was in the middle of a fucking swamp.
Yeah. I mean.
Anyway, so then they find the mural in the creepy ass church, and even though it was in the broad daylight, it was scary as hell.
Yeah.
Because, just like I was telling you about the killing fields. So the thing about the killing fields is the reason that they still look at this shit and they look for bodies and stuff. Besides, you know, it's real easy for a body to deteriorate and just get covered up by the soil and the sod and everything, and the turnover. It's in between like chemical refinery and something else. It's just a big batch of land, just flat land.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 miles or so till you get to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you screamed, no one would hear you. Your voice wouldn't carry.
Mm.
And by the time anybody heard anything and was able to get to, then they would have to find you. Mm-hmm. They would have to locate and then get to you by the time you were already dead. So it's like, that's why some people were able to get away with it. Is because it's just this place. It's in between two cities. It's in, you know, that church is very reminiscent of that, because it's like, you could just kill the shit out of some people here and nobody would know. I mean, what was there? That and the rickety old train tracks.
Oh, that they were like driving on?
Yeah. No. That was later when they talked to that woman's grandfather.
I was like, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, no, but there were train tracks that said, "Fuck that." They're made of wood.
No, the one that they were driving over, and
that was just a bridge.
Oh, because I was like, that's very rickety.
And yeah, it was very rickety.
Wooden. Or I think the middle was like made out of concrete and metal and stuff.
Yeah.
But the edges.
Still, it looked old
like,
as hell.
The ramp thing.
I talked to their grandfather who was crab trapping.
Yeah.
And you know what though? What I find is I think the whole point is this: you got Matthew McConaughey, who is obviously very weird and talking about this and how we don't matter and all the blah blah blah, and he's all this, but he seems personally affected by this.
Yeah.
By everything that's going on. He doesn't seem to not care about people. So even though they're kind of setting him up like, this guy's a psycho, the actual dude who's there, who doesn't seem to have any like real empathy or care about people, is the family man.
Oh yeah.
Because remember Woody Harrelson? They're trying to have that good time with his daughter, and he's over there watching the game the whole time because he doesn't really give a shit. And then he was asking, I mean, a lot of things he does, and him cheating on his wife and all that. But
yeah, that was a whole thing.
Cheat doesn't necessarily mean you're a bad person or that you're you don't have emotions or empathy, but the way he did it, and it was all about control. It wasn't really about his family. It was about control. Because he didn't want that other girl to screw around. And then the one that tipped me off that I think, also the way he talks about himself, the part that tipped me off was when they were talking about the grandfather and how they had this. He had that girl who drowned. That was his granddaughter. And he had a box of her stuff.
Oh.
And he was talking about, why'd you keep the box?
I
He
heard
goes,
about that.
It's like, why would have possessed him to keep a box? And Matthew McConaughey just stares at him, and I'm like, because it was his granddaughter's stuff, and who died.
Yeah.
And that was like the only thing he really had left to her. It was the only family he really had, and she ended up drowned. And he, you know, and he was like, "What's it?" And it's like, dude, you have 2 kids and a wife.
I know people who like have had like they kept like a box of their stuff. Who, like, you know, they know a person who like died, and then they kept a box of their stuff. I know people who like literally kept the person's bedroom the exact same. Like, it's covered in dust type of same. Like, okay, so my mom's ex-boyfriend, no, it was my mom's ex-boyfriend. Okay, so his grandmother, she had, I think, a daughter who died. I think it was one of her kids that died, or her grandkids, or whatever. And she kept the bedroom the exact same all the time. And I went over to their house. We went over there for Thanksgiving one time, and she was showing me because her husband made like the cabinets and stuff in her bedroom, and then she showed me her daughter's bedroom, and it was the exact same. Like she was like, she kept it the exact same, and I was like, I know that like people do that, and so I'm like, that's not that weird. Like, why?
Family members pass away, especially ones you're close to.
Yeah.
Well, see, I've had several experiences like that. So, like,
even in The Outsider, when
I was about to bring that up. The Outsider,
they kept
like,
the boy's room.
He kept his boy. He would go in there and he'd lay down.
And they kept it the exact same.
They visited his grave all the time and we could talk to him. That's very normal. That was his kid. See, I was about to point that out because he was also a detective and has seen some horrific shit.
That detective guy, his son, he died, and they just like kept the room the entire.
And that's why he was so mad. One of the reasons he was so mad about thinking that one dude was this, horrible child rapist and killer, was he was like, he's like, the dude was like a teacher and a coach, but he'd also taught his boy, and he was like, I had those guys get you. Someone's shooting out there. And he's like, I had those guys get you instead of me doing it because I didn't know if I could control myself. Yeah. But yeah, it's like, had kids and everything. That's completely fucking normal. Yeah. And then you got Woody Harrelson who's like, why did keep the box? And Matthew McConaughey,
like,
who for episodes, the way the hell? What? Hold on, there's a message. Okay, where were we? Sorry, had a message about the eviction suit. Yeah. Which is funny. I didn't even think about that. One of the roommates got it and gave me a picture of it, or a partial picture of it. Just funny because the thing is like, it's like, we're suing you to get you out of the house. I'm like, I haven't been in that house. We've been gone a while. Yeah. I ain't got no shit left over there that I don't want, so go for it. Anyway, where were we? About Woody Harrelson being crazy. And he beat up that one dude for no reason. Did I mention on the podcast, or was I just talking to you about how, in real life, Woody Harrelson's dad was a murderer?
Oh, yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, like a hitman. And I think he killed a judge, or some judges, something like that. Yeah. So, like, interesting. He's really good at playing these types of characters. But, like, it's really, I find it interesting, like, it's the supposed family man, right, is a guy who, like, I think he might actually, he seems to lack some empathy. Yeah. But he's also not a badass at the same time. He's just kind of pathetic in a lot of ways. Yeah. However, but Matthew McConaughey is someone you think, this guy might be a psychopath. But it's like, no, he's just incredibly traumatized. But he does seem to care about people. And he's like, he says the crazy shit, but it's Woody Harrelson who says the, like, scary shit about, like, why would he keep a box? Matthew McConaughey's just staring at him like, you've never lost anything in your life, you fucking idiot. And then when his wife said that thing about him being a bad husband, she just made a joke. It's like, you must have been a great husband. He just looked at her and got up and left. Yeah. He was like, don't talk about my family. Yeah. Ugh. Then we got to see some naked women's.
Oh yeah, in
Alexandra Daddario.
In the strip club thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. But also Alexandra Daddario with the handcuffs and all that.
Oh, the woman he was cheating on her with. Mm-hmm.
The stenographer.
That was.
Percy Jackson woman.
Yep.
With the pair of heavies on her.
Oh yeah.
Just perfect. Perfect boobage.
Okay. And then the church.
I love how they act like this. Okay, let's not talk about that. Like, they aren't the horniest person for a woman ever.
What?
Talk about I love women so much. I love women so much. And then Woody Harrelson character's wife. That woman's fine. She's got that nice hair too.
Okay.
That old, like, country. I like it.
Okay, so.
And then that woman and that stripper with the American flag, like, what do you call it? One piece. Be horny with me, Scarlett. Do it.
No. Okay, so the church was interesting, where they had the pastor. First of all, 6 sideburns, cool as fuck. Anyways,
The revival, tent revival.
Yeah. He had the 6 sideburns. He's going around, and he had that guy. He seemed to have something mentally wrong with his brain.
The troubled one.
Yeah. Apparently.
The one that everybody was thinking could be him for some reason. And then McConaughey found out, no, he ain't. Apparently he ain't got no more genitals no more.
Yeah.
Because he got, when he was in the jail, some guy took a razor to him.
Yeah.
Which, damn. And then apparently Matthew McConaughey hugged him and he shit on him. The guy shit himself.
Well, he was
scared.
He was whacking off outside of a school because he was like on meds or something, and people thought he was like a pedophile, and so they do what they do to pedophiles in jail. So why didn't they just throw him into the psych ward though? That doesn't make sense to me.
Because they don't care. Well, it's 1995.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But also, they don't care.
Well,
they don't care
jail,
about people.
You know what happens to pedophiles in jail. So.
Yes.
But then also, like, a lot of the times nowadays, or at least this is for women's prisons, I don't know about men's prisons, but my mom, she used to work as a guard, or used to work as a guard for the women's prison back in Missouri, and basically she would tell me these horror stories about these inmates and stuff, but she was like, they don't put the pedophiles with the other inmates because they will kill them and they will do bad things to them. So they have to move them to either a different part of the prison, or they move them to a psych ward, or they move them to a different prison altogether.
That guy also didn't seem like he was there enough in the head to have asked for that, to advocate for himself.
Yeah.
And they sure as hell ain't going to advocate for him because they do not care.
Yeah. I was like, I mean, that's just how it is. That's how that works. And it's very, very interesting, I guess. I mean, I don't really have a comment on that, but I mean, that's just what happens to them, and yeesh. But he didn't seem all mentally there enough to, like, actually be, and he had an alibi. Like, first of all, wasn't there mentally wise to do something like that, didn't have the equipment to do something like that. Also, he was with that guy, the pastor guy, and they were like, they said they were somewhere else or something, doing a show.
That's not him. It's
or
not him.
the preaching thing. God.
And then they went to like the mental hospital or whatever,
and
they started shaking people down.
Like,
Matthew McConaughey started fucking with that guy.
Yeah.
And then you find out he was actually fucking with them. He's like, I never been in the place more than 10 minutes before I knew if the guy did it or not.
Yeah.
And it's like he was just putting the fear of God to that guy for no reason.
That guy's sideburns were so sick.
Preachers?
Yeah.
They look so fucking fake.
They look so good though.
They do not look good.
Ugh.
They do not look good. No.
Mm-hmm. But then, yeah. Also, so when they went to go talk with the mother, I don't know if it was the drowned girl's mother or if it was, the
Which one, where they found the thingamajig?
No, I don't know. Okay.
Hold
on, because
okay.
I'm trying to get to somewhere. Okay, so I don't know if it was the drowned girl's mother or if it was the, I think it was, because the grandfather, he was like, go over there to the family's house or whatever. She was the one who was sitting there, and she was the one who had the headaches. And
no, that's drowned girls.
That's drowned girls?
It wasn't. It was the
Why do you flinch
one
when I
that
was
got...
doing this? Stop
I don't
flinching.
flinch a lot.
Yes, you did.
You say I flinch. Because you're throwing your hands in my face, Scarlett.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, no, it was the one that got killed.
It was the one that got killed?
The first one.
Okay, so I thought they were gonna go supernatural with this at this point when the mom, she was like holding her head and she started praying, and then she said that her nails were all fucked up because she used to work in like a laundromat or something.
Huffed a bunch, dry cleaner. Huffed a bunch of chemicals, got fucked up.
But I thought they were gonna go supernatural with this, like something spooky's going on.
I mean, they might.
Oh, they might.
We've only watched 4 episodes.
Yeah.
There's 8 in total. They might. Now, how about the fact that the killer's back in 2012?
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking it's either supernatural or it's a cult. Because the cult could just keep continuing.
Or, if you notice that they're interviewing both of those cops, you don't think it might be one of them?
I thought so at first. I thought it was the partner, because I didn't recognize that it was him being like the older version of him.
You didn't realize that was Matthew McConaughey?
Okay, I have face blindness.
No.
I have face blindness.
No, you have actual blindness because you don't wear your fucking glasses and we're watching it on like a 20-inch TV.
Okay. But I have face blindness. It's an autistic thing. You know that.
Listen here.
You know that.
Listen here.
Oh my goodness.
Listen here. Don't you quote autism to me, youngling. Listen. But no, you couldn't see them because you can't see shit without your fucking glasses.
Okay, so which...
And you refuse to wear them.
Which of the cops do you think it is, though?
You know, they've kind of given us reason to believe it could be any of them.
Yeah. Because on one hand, it could be...
I don't think it's Matthew McConaughey.
I mean, he lives alone, he's creepy, but then also he's, like, busy doing the undercover
because he also has hallucinations.
Yeah.
So unless it's him, like, blacking out and doing it...
Yeah, it's a, like, different personality type of thing.
Because he also, like, reads all that bullshit and whatever.
Yeah.
But he seems way too interested in solving it. Unless it's him trying to cover.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
He's trying to point the finger at somebody else.
Or
point them in a different
could
direction.
be Woody Harrelson. Woody Harrelson, he doesn't exactly have the motive, but he has the lack of empathy.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And he's like cheating around on his wife, so he's in other places that we don't know about.
What if he roughed somebody up and made it look a certain way?
Yeah.
Just to make it look like some crazy killer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. On the crazy front, yeah, it does seem like McConaughey, but he doesn't seem like he would do that.
Yeah.
Whereas...
Also, at the beginning, when we find out this first murder, it looked like a woman was there burning stuff.
Yeah, we did see... Well, I think that was the killer was burning that out. Was burning it down.
Yeah, but it was a woman who was burning the stuff.
Might have been her. Remember, they were also severely drugged before any of this happened.
Oh, it could have been her, like, hallucinating.
No, well, I mean, might have been helping the killer kill her. Like... Because they're so drugged up, they don't know what they're doing. And he's taking advantage of them and making them thinking it's about, like, you know, like sacrificial shit.
Okay, I love this series so much. The intro reminds me of True Blood.
I'm curious what you're going to think about season 2. Because apparently, that's where shit gets weird.
Weird? Like culty weird?
Well, it's because it's an anthology series. So the next season is a whole different group of people in a different place.
Oh.
But apparently it's like...
Is it all connected somehow or something?
I have no idea.
Oh.
But I just know that it's a whole new group, all new people, blah, 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 blah. And it gets different. Like...
Weird.
I don't know. I know it's got a good cast, but I've heard some not great things about it.
Oh, no.
However, then season 3 comes back around, and it's like, oh, it's good again, and now there's another one coming out soon.
Ooh.
And we probably will watch it all right before it comes out.
Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. No, but, like, I don't know. I don't know who the killer is. I think it's probably a church thing. Like, it's a cult thing. Or it could be a supernatural thing.
Multiple
they are
people.
in Louisiana, which is like a spooky place where a lot of spooky stuff happens. I'm not even kidding. There's a lot of stuff that happens.
There's a lot of shit out here.
Yeah, well, it's Texas here.
I mean, like, out in the woods, like, right there. There's shit out here.
Yeah,
stuff
coyotes.
Happens.
Yeah, you've had a woman dead out here, posed in a weird ritualistic way.
But why the time gap? It's almost a decade.
Yeah, I thought it was like 12 years or something. Oh, no,
it's
it's
in 2012.
Yeah.
And then, but they solved the case in 95. They caught the guy. Like, we knew that from episode 1 that they caught him. Mm-hmm. But then apparently it's happening again. You would like Condemned.
Condemned?
Yeah, it's a video game. You would like it. I've already played it on the channel, so I don't know if we'll do it. I might just hook it up and we'll play it. But you would like Condemned because it's a similar type of deal, except you're the detective. and there may or may not be a cult or something, but there's a killer, and part of your job is investigating the murderers, and then the other part is like fighting through the city. It's really interesting and scary. And the ending is stupid.
I'm gonna play more Fatal Frame.
I know you do. I
want to so bad.
There's stuff we have to get before we do that.
Yeah.
Remember, our living situation is interesting.
Yeah.
We don't have any room to do that.
I know. I want to play Fatal Frame.
Get a tent. I need two things.
Afford it.
I need two things. I need a tent, and I need an extra monitor.
Yeah.
I just want like a blow-up canopy.
I can't afford it. Also, don't do that gesture with your hand.
This?
No, you're doing it a different way.
I did this.
Towards your face. Don't do that.
You don't know how to jerk people off.
That was... Okay, never mind.
You have, like, you said don't do that. That's what it looks... No, it's not what it looks like. I guarantee it.
Okay.
You know how I know? You don't? You're a sexless nerd virgin. That's how.
You just outed me on here? Oh my god.
It's being a bitch. Oh, that cigar hit.
I had a panic attack earlier.
I know you did.
That was great.
I don't know if watching True Detective is going to help that.
No, it's actually pretty good. I like it.
Watching people be horribly murdered. It's great for my...
No, like, I like
that's why people
aesthetic of the show.
Pretty sure that's why people are into true crime. It's just like, there's a sense of, man, my life's not so bad.
But I can't do that with true crime because some of that stuff has happened to people I know.
Some of that
in
stuff is
life.
Yeah, I'm aware of people. I know people who have been horrifically fucked up. There's a whole thing we could get into.
Yeah. Like I know, like.
Apparently, my like great granddaddy. Wow, I don't.
Oh, we're talking about grandfather stories.
I don't know if he. Oh, he was married to my. Oh no, not my great one. Great. He was married to them, but I don't know if any of his... I don't remember if he had kids with her. So my mama lived to be 98 years old. That's my great-grandmother. Yeah. And she died, about 10 years ago or so? Maybe more than that. I don't remember. It's been a while. But she talked about going to Elgin, which, you know, we're currently in, on covered wagons and shit.
Oh, don't be dropping our location.
And she talked about... Scarlett, you really think anybody could find us out here in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Oh, I don't know. I have a stalker, remember?
Scarlett, we are in a place that's
Who's crazy, like literally
the
crazy,
address
bro.
is so fucked up, it's in between two counties. So look, we're good.
Okay.
Also, we would see them coming. Don't know if you noticed there's cameras everywhere. You can't do anything out here without him seeing you. Or mainly mom. Anyway, but so like, so her mother was married to a psychopath. Legit, he was a. They
like
called him.
Well,
the way you put it, he's an outlaw. He killed people and robbed people and shit like that in the West.
Yeah.
And that makes it sound like, oh, you don't know that. No, this isn't a fun story. He wasn't. Well, actually, he's what Jesse James really was. Not the fun, whatever. No, he was a rapist and a murderer. And they tried to hang him once, and he survived.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
He sure did climb the rope with his feet. They didn't get it long enough. Smart bastard.
With his feet? What the fuck?
So if you swing yourself up, you can catch the rope, pull yourself up. Yeah. If you don't get the rope...
I don't understand the physics of that.
If you don't get... Well, you're hanging... It's like a pendulum. Just kick yourself up. You swing. Anyway.
Wait, you're hanging by your neck.
I know. But if you don't get the rope long enough, it doesn't snap your neck.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah. He's a real bastard. And he'd, like, beat her and all kinds of stuff. But then he, like, left one day. And never came back.
Oh, I thought you were about to say she killed him or something.
No, she left one. He left. I don't know. He did come back once, and she was already remarried or something. And then that's where my bloodline comes from. I don't think my bloodline goes back to him, but that's who she was married to originally. Was just this evil piece of shit. Yeah, real scum of the earth. So yeah, I got some stories. That and we were going through pictures one day. This is probably 20 years ago. At my grandma's, on my dad's side.
Mm-hmm.
And they take pictures of everything. Or did.
Oh, no.
And, well, it's everything's on phones now. But they were people, and even my mom was like this, where they, even though it was incredibly expensive, had all kinds of cameras. My mom had so many video cameras. I wish I still had them, but the fire in '99 took a lot of them.
Yeah.
And took pictures of everything. A lot of stuff you shouldn't take pictures of. A lot of dead bodies.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not supposed to take pictures at funerals.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do
Yeah, that seems like a thing everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these people didn't think that.
Just funerals, or was it like murder people?
Oh, no,
Or
they
just
didn't
dead
murder
people?
nobody. Well, I mean, there was some accident stuff. But
Oh.
no, there was one of an execution. And we
Mm.
cannot figure out who this person is. And we've since lost that picture because there was another fire. But it was like, hey, there's this guy in this electric chair. Who is this? No idea. It is a picture. It is like
Interesting, I guess.
not a Polaroid, but it might be Polaroid. It's not the. It was. I forgot what it is, but you peel the picture when you take it and you pull it out of the back and then you peel it.
Mm-hmm.
Peel it off. It's an older camera. It was one of those, and it's like, yeah, we don't know who the fuck that is. It's just this dude in this electric chair.
Yeah.
It's like, that's scary, but yeah, there's some. You have to watch going through those photo albums because it'll be like, oh look, babies. Oh look at here. Oh, we're on this trip. Oh, that's the dead person. That's also don't take pictures of that because that's not how you want to remember them and their fucking coffin and shit. Ugh. Someone takes a picture of me when I'm in my coffin, I'm gonna come back to life and slap them. I just want a few minutes to slap the shit out of them.
Well, so I'm excited. Are we watching a new episode tomorrow?
I might finish it tonight. Who knows?
Yes. I'm excited. I'm so excited. Anyways, but I just love this series so much. I like the aesthetics of it. It reminds me of like True Blood because it's like in
You wear your
Louisiana.
glasses.
Well, it's in Louisiana and it's like, you know, very southern. Also, it's very realistic. Like they don't put
Oh shit.
They don't picture all these people in like these big old houses, rich, whatever. No, these people are like living real lives. You know, small town.
Except for Woody Harrelson's like
Oh yeah, his house is
In-laws.
huge for some reason.
his in-laws. They look like they're pretty well off.
Well, no,
He goes plain.
yeah. I was talking about him. He like lives in this big old house for some
It's
reason.
in the 90s.
Huh?
It was the 90s, and it was the 90s, and he worked for the state.
I don't fucking know. But he,
And his wife was either a nurse or a doctor,
Yeah, she's a nurse.
and
or
also
doctor.
comes from money. I'm
Yeah,
sure they
his
had some help.
Or her parents are rich too. I don't know if his parents are rich, but
You know what? Well, that big house and all that land, I think they got money.
yeah. So
Probably them people that say they aren't rich, but like are.
Oh yeah, we're not rich.
We're not.
But then their
We're
fridge
not
is
actually.
always full.
We're not rich. We don't. You have to have a solid gold toilet to be rich, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, you don't, man. There's levels to this shit.
Yeah. They're like those rich people that pretend that they're like, oh, we're poor.
Out there.
And it's like funny. I'm like, poor is like not being
That's a
able to
big
afford
house, and
heat.
it was just them two. I'm like,
Yeah.
what do you need that big ass house for?
Yeah, I'm just, I get so irritated at those people all the time. Like, the people that are like,
White people, yeah.
no, it's just like rich people who like cosplay as being poor all the time.
They weren't exactly cosplaying.
And then, like, they think it's funny, like, it's a thing. Like, it's, oh, I'm poor. It's like the early 2010s humor. Oh, I'm poor. I'm like, okay, I don't think it's funny just because, like...
You were like 2 years old. What are you talking about?
No, it was like all over, like, all the YouTubers who are, like, super rich, living in their huge mansions, and they're like, well, I can't afford this drink because I'm so poor. I'm like, bitch, being poor is not being able to afford heat. That's what poor is.
Heat.
Being
You
poor.
gotta have a house to heat to begin with.
Yeah. But it always...
Heat's easy to get if you know how to do it. Like, it's fire easy to get.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
where
it
you're
depends
at.
on... Yeah.
Cooling is a bitch.
Yeah. No, like, God, I sound like my mother. But like when we lived in Missouri, it was like we were poor. Like we were actually poor. Like we lived in this house that had a wall that was literally like it was sheetrock held up with duct tape in the bathroom.
I guess they were out of.
Yeah, they were out of nails and stuff like this. And the whole house was like this. And like I remember in the kitchen, there was a huge, the kitchen floor would have like a thing in the middle, like a huge bump, and it's because they just didn't level out the floor the right way. And apparently there was something underneath it. It was like a heater or something. It was a very old house. So they just didn't give a fuck and just built the floor over it. And I was like, oh my god.
I'm not sure how that pertains to True Detective, but okay. You ready for another episode?
Yes. I'm so excited.
Okay. Let's go watch some more episodes.
Okay.